Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be talking about some of the book series that I want to get to in 2024. Now I tend to start a lot of book series but I don't tend to finish them, so I'm kind of hoping in 2024 I can probably start more than I'm going to finish, but potentially finish some book series. So I've chosen 4 book series that I would like to either start and finish, or at least, you know, get a good way into. So let's talk about it. So one of the main series that I would like to start and finish is the ACOTAR series. Now I have already read this. This is going to be a reread for me. I kind of wanted to read them before Crescent City 3 came out, but I just knew that wasn't going to happen. But I want to dedicate some time to sit and reread these, and then potentially Crescent City. I'm not too sure whether I want to reread those yet or not, but I really enjoyed reading these for the first time. I want to say it was last year or it was the year before, I'm not entirely sure, but I did really enjoy my time, so I definitely want to dive back into this world. So I thought I could sit and actually annotate my copies as well, of really like dive into, because I've read Throne of Glass, ACOTAR and Crescent City, I can go back into it and just see if there is any links that I missed or that I didn't realise before. So obviously we would start with A Court of Thorns and Roses, then A Court of Mist and Fury, A Court of Wings and Ruin, A Court of Frost and Starlight, and then A Court of Silver Flames, which is in my other box set, which is up on my shelf, but I just really didn't want to jiggle trying to get that out. Now I spent absolutely months trying to track these original copies down, so I'm definitely not going to be annotating these. I own 4 different copies of these books, so I think I'm just going to tab and annotate my other hardback set, because you can just buy those on Amazon and that, so if I really want them brand new I can buy them again, whereas these I just don't want to ruin them. I don't want to put pen in them, I don't want to tab them, these are just display copies. But I'm hoping to start this series sometime soon, just because I really want to take my time with it. I know there is a dramatised version of this on Audible or on an audio app that I'm thinking about listening to alongside reading and tabbing this, because I think that'd be quite nice to just, obviously it's a dramatised version, so you're going to have sound effects and things in the background, and I think that would just enhance my reading experience for this, especially knowing it's the second time that I'm reading it. But I'm just very excited to get to this series. I know I will start and finish this in 2024, because this is a series that I just wanted to dedicate some time to. So I'm not too worried about this. It's the other book series that I'm kind of worried about. So the next book series I kind of want to finish is the Natural History of Dragons series by Marie Brennan. It is the memoir by Lady Trent. So if you like Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, you will like this. It is pretty much exactly the same as such. It's just instead of fairies we are exploring dragons. Now I have read the first 3 in this series and I have really enjoyed it, but I still have 3 more left. I went through a stage of reading them like one after the other pretty much, and then I just kind of stopped, and then I just never go back to them. So then because I read so many books in between, I then kind of forget what's happened and things like that. So again, I've read 3, but I've got 3 more, so I'm kind of like, should I restart this series and then just read it all the way through, or is that just wasting my time, because that's 3 books that I'm gonna have to reread again? So I'm a bit undecided. But in this series there are 6 books. They aren't that long, so it shouldn't take me too long to get through, but this is just one that I really want to dedicate to, because I really enjoy this series, and I think it's a bit of an underrated series as well. Not many people really know about this. I don't really see these books in bookshops. We don't have it in my local Waterstones, but I just really love a book about a dragon, and I feel like you really get to learn about the dragons and all the different species that there are and the adventures that they go on. It's just a really fun read, so I definitely want to dedicate some time for these, hopefully. Another series I want to start at least is Brandon Sanderson's Mistborn Era 1. I have the first 2 in the series. I'm going to buy the 3rd book at some point, but I haven't even started the first one, and I bought the second one on a whim in the hopes that will make me start the first one, and I still haven't, so. But I have obviously heard endless things about Brandon Sanderson, and I just kind of want to form my own opinion about him, really. I haven't read a single Brandon Sanderson book. I know his is more obviously fantasy rather than romantasy, which I don't mind, but I just know that they are beasts of a book, and I know I need to really dedicate some time to read them. and I would like to at least start and finish Mistborn Era 1. I've heard that is the best place to start with a Brandon Sanderson book. If not, please let me know before I start, otherwise I'm going to be reading them in the wrong order. But I've heard Era 1 is the best place to start, and then potentially Elantris after that. I could be wrong. But I think I would really enjoy a Brandon Sanderson book, so I do want to be able to form my own opinion about his books and his writing style. So I am really looking forward to this, because he's wrote so many books, so it's going to be like an endless journey, I think. But I am kind of excited to give these a go. I don't know whether to like sit and annotate them or whether to just dive into it, because if I annotate a book it takes me like twice as long to read, obviously. I'm worried if I don't annotate it, am I going to remember all the world building and all the characters and everything like that? So maybe give me some thoughts if you've read it. Do you think I should annotate it? Should I listen to like the audiobook alongside it? I'm not too sure, but I do definitely, I at least want to read The Final Empire this year, which I think I can do. It's just intimidating, so I think that's why I've kind of haven't chosen to read this yet, but I'm kind of hoping to get to the first 3 this year. And then the last book series I kind of want to talk about just now is the Magnolia Parks series. Now I have already read Magnolia Parks and I annotated it as well, and I also have read Daisy Hates. I read this on my Kindle, so I didn't annotate this, but I do definitely want to go back and annotate it because that just looks really pretty, I think. But I haven't read the last 3, so I've already been thinking about doing a reread of the first 2 and kind of remembering what has happened, because obviously we've met 2 different couples in each of the books, and obviously we've then got the lead on after, so I kind of want to know where we are and everything that's happening. And like I said, I do want to annotate Daisy Hates, so if I'm going to reread that, I feel like I might as well just reread Magnolia Parks and just start right at the beginning. But I know this series is going to get a lot of hype on social media because obviously Into the Dark has only just been released, so everyone's going to be reading it, everyone's going to be trying to get their hands on it. The minute it came into Waterstones, I nabbed it because I knew I needed it, and it's kind of just put me in this momentum that I want to start this series again. From what I know, from what I remember, when I read the first 2 books, it was quite a quick read. It didn't take me too long to finish. So I think it will be a good place. It will probably be easier to read than like Brandon Sanderson's book, because they are, you know, these are a romance. They're going to be not light and fluffy. I know they're tough to get through, but I definitely think it's going to be somewhat easier than like the world building of Brandon Sanderson's books. So I already know I want to reread the first 2, and then obviously it is a 5-book series, but I've just seen a lot of love for these books, and I did really enjoy the first 2, but again I just read the first 2 and then kind of just stopped and just moved on to other books and kind of forgot about the rest of the series. I bought the first 4 books all in one go, so it's not like I had the excuse that I didn't own the 3rd one to be able to read that one. I just get distracted by other books too easily. There are too many books in the world that I want to read, and I just don't have enough time, and I just never know what to read next. So again, I'm hoping to get to this in 2024. I don't know whether to wait till more the summertime to read them, because in my head that's when you read a romance, in more the summertime. I'm not too sure. So yeah, these are the definite book series that I do want to get to in 2024. There are quite a few other books that I want to get to, I know, but I think these are the 4 series that I definitely either want to start and finish, or at least, you know, get majority of the way through. So let me know if there is a priority whether I should read, whether you want any reading vlogs for these books, for these series. I think that would be a rather fun video to do. I don't know where my priorities are, because I'm looking at them and I want to do ACOTAR, but then I want to do Magnolia Parks, and then so I have no idea. But hopefully in 2024, at the end of 2024, I will have said I have started or at least finished these series. So here's hoping. But thank you very much for watching and getting to the end of this video. I feel like I've spoken for a long time, but I bet while editing this I know it's going to be like a 5-minute long video, because I've probably cut out a lot of the rambling. But don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Your love means the world to me. Thank you for supporting me, and I will see you in the next video.